Hello everyone, and welcome to this lecture on downloading image data. So far, we've only dealt with pre-packaged datasets such as the MNIST dataset and the Safari 10 datasets. But in real life and in real-world problems, you're going to be working with quote-unquote real image files, like a JPEG file or a PNG file. So let's learn about TensorFlow's built-in tools for generating image data batches from directories with real files. First, in order to do this, we need to download a large zip file of data. This zip file was too large to upload to Udemy directly, so we have it as a Google Drive link. This dataset is available as a zip file called cell_images.zip. The link is a supplemental resource in this lecture. It is also within the same Google Drive resource as the slide, so you may have actually already seen it. So I want to explore getting the data, and in this lecture we're just going to walk through where you can find that data, and then downloading it, and then getting the file path for it. So let's go ahead and go to the supplemental resource link. It's a supplemental resource link that is within this lecture, or you can visit the link also in the FAQ lecture. Let's head to that link now. All right, so there's two different ways of getting this. So if you've already explored our slides that correspond with the sections of this course, you've probably already seen this Google Drive that links to all the slides. Within this Google Drive, you'll notice that there's cellimages.zip. So you can go ahead and click this and download it. If you used our direct link from the supplemental resource for this lecture, then that would have taken you to a link that looks something like this. It'll say something like, whoops, there's a problem with the preview, and that actually makes sense. You can't really preview a large zip file. All you need to do is hit here and click on the download button for this cellimages.zip. Okay, so let's go ahead and download the cellimages.zip. I'm going to fast forward until this is done downloading. Okay, so that zip file finished downloading for me. What you're going to do is locate that zip file on your computer. Recall that I won't be able to know where your download was saved on your computer. You'll have to figure this out, but typically it's going to be under your downloads folder. And the next thing to do is to figure out the file path for this zip file. But first, I want to extract the contents of this zip file. So go ahead and just hit something like extract all. Both Windows and Mac OS have built-in extraction or unzipping tools. Go ahead and unzip the file, and we'll go ahead and just keep it to this cell images. And it will take some time because there are quite a bit of images in this data set. So keep that in mind. I'm going to fast forward until this is done unzipping the image files. All right, that has now finished unzipping. If you open up the cell images folder, and you may see it twice, you may see cell images, depending on how you actually extracted it. What you need to do is realize that there's test and train folders. So what I want you to do is one directory up from test and train, just go ahead and grab the properties and then grab the actual location. So you'll notice for my location, it's under C users, downloads, cell images. So what I want to do really is either move this file to somewhere that's convenient for me or understand the entire file path. And then what I want to do is have the next subfolders be test train. Okay, so go ahead and make sure that you either copy or paste that file path. I'm going to go ahead and move this folder to a different location on my computer. Once you actually understand where the file path is, again, you can do that just by checking the properties here and checking the location. Go ahead and open up a Jupyter notebook. Make sure you've copied that file path. All right, here I am in a new Jupyter notebook. To double check that everything is working, simply run the following commands. Say import OS, which stands for import operating system commands. And then what we're going to be able to do is go ahead and copy and paste the file path for that cell images folder. This folder then should have train and test directly under it. And depending on how you unzipped it, you may need to put cell images twice. Again, that depends on the exact way you unzipped it. Either way, what we want really is to understand where this cell images folder is. Go ahead and assign that string as your data directory. Once you have that, go ahead and type os.list_dir and then pass in the variable that you just created, data directory. Run that, and you should see test and train strings as output. If you're able to run these three commands, then you're good to go for the next lecture. If you get any sort of error in running os.list directory, you need to triple check your file path of where the cell images folder is. Make sure you've unzipped that folder and that the test and train folders have been fully filled by those image files. I won't really be able to help you out here because I won't be able to know where you actually saved this zip file and unzipped it on your computer. Only you can know that because you're the one that downloaded it. So please, if you get any error on this list directory line, please triple check your file path. Okay, so once you're able to list directories, test, and train, you're good to go for the next series of lectures. Let's get started. I'll see you there.